I don't think a lot of people realize just how good people in the NBA really are. There's a guy named Brian Scalabrine. He used to play for the Celtics, aka the White Mamba. I'm not going to say he was a bad player, but he averaged about 3 points per game in his career. He was very far from being an all-star. But he made a name for himself when people started talking trash about NBA players. People saying things like, yeah, I could beat an NBA player coming off the bench, like easy. And these weren't bad players saying this. Some of them are D1 athletes, like really good street ballers, but they weren't professionals, but they were really good and they were saying these things. So Scalabrine started challenging them and started playing them one-on-one. And he destroyed them, absolutely brutalized them on the court. Mind you, Scalabrine is retired. This man is retired, destroying incredibly talented basketball players who just aren't in the NBA. And it goes to show, it doesn't matter how good you think you are. You still can't beat the worst NBA player. That's how good these players are. And it makes me think about how a lot of people think about heaven. Like people say things like, I think I'm good enough to get into heaven. I'm not a bad person. I didn't kill anybody. I don't steal things. And it might be true that you don't do those bad things, but your good still isn't good enough. The gap between you and heaven is infinitely wider than the gap between you and the NBA. The Bible says that none of us are good. There is no one who's good. None of us are good enough to get into heaven. But that's where Jesus comes in, where Jesus says, I want you in heaven's league, but you're not good enough. But I'm going to sign you anyway. I'll draft you anyway. As long as you sign this contract and say yes to me and let me be your coach, you'll get into heaven. Not because of you, but because of me. Matter of fact, when God looks at your stats, he's not going to see what you did. He's not going to see that you didn't even make it to JV. He's not going to see you didn't even score a single point in a middle school game. He's going to see my stats. He's going to see 38 points per game, 12 rebounds, 18 assists. That's what he's going to see. And you'll get in, not because of you, but because of me. And once you're already in, Jesus, as your coach, now works on your game and makes you better. But you get into the league, not because of what you did, but because of what he did. And that's why the gospel is good news. You will never be good enough, but you don't have to be, because Jesus already is.